Hello everybody, welcome back to the Dark World. And this episode we're going to get into steel, which I promised before. And to do that we're going to need the high oven. I've got some scorched brick that I've already made for this. Check the recipe, it's pretty easy to put a brick, seared stone. Seared stone you can get from just stone. Not really seeing it in here, but pressed cobblestone. And that'll get you, you can make this stuff with 4 bricks, or you can use 4 bricks and just pour stone over it. Makes it a little bit easier. So it takes a bit of clay, takes a bit of seared stone, cobblestone. You only get like 18, I think, millibuckets from it, so you need quite a bit of cobblestone really to do this. And we should just have just enough for what we need here. 2 other things we're going to need: the high oven controller, which looks like that, and scorched duck. Now we have the drain, which looks like that. Alright. I don't know exactly. I rearranged stuff a little bit. I have chests here. This is could be a storage room for barrels. Make a lot of things. This is going to be our technology room. I haven't decided what I want to use for decorating the walls and so forth with yet, so I've haven't really done much with that yet. That's for future expansion. This is going to lead down to the magic rooms. Going to have primarily Thaumcraft, probably on this side, and then blood magic over on this side. Anyway, steel is primarily used for technology related stuff, so I'm probably going to put it in this room. I don't know exactly where I want to set it up, so for now we're just going to put it here, and we'll move it later when we need to. But we just need to get some steel going to start things off with. Drain can put here. Controller needs to go in the middle face somewhere, so like right there. And there we go. This shows us that it's complete. If it was invalid for whatever reason, like that, yeah, I can't click on it anymore. So when you click on it, you know it's right. So to make steel, we were going to make that book, weren't we? So I can show you how that works. These are here. Grab some cobble. I don't know if we have any seared stone in here. Yeah, we do. Alright, so there, pour some seared stone over it. And we get our new book. And this kind of goes into talking about, here's what we need: high oven controller, scorched drains or ducts. I'm not going to really use ducts because that's for solid output, whereas the drains are used for liquid output, and that's all we're going to have. So we need a faucet and 24 scorched bricks, which we had, and you set it up like that. And now we get into all this stuff here. For making steel, we're going to want iron, and we need gunpowder, redstone, and sand. So let's get some of that. Here's some redstone. Sand is here, and should be good. This isn't very much gunpowder, but it's plenty. It's all more than we need. look in this book, actually, you'll see known oxidizers, the top one. Gunpowder is 33% dissipation. So there's a 33% chance it'll get used up. So 1 in 3 chance. So it tends to last. Redstone is about 65, so there's about 2/3 chance it'll get used up. And it's all random number generated, so I mean, you don't know. One run you might get lucky, and other runs you might not. You might use it up every time. Sand's always going to be used up, though. You can't actually use these other things for steel. There's like, you know, pig iron. This is used a different set of materials and so forth. So you have to know what oxidizer and so forth to use for the given recipe to produce what you're looking for. So, with this, on average we can do about 3 items per gunpowder, about 2 items on average for that, and we'll need 1 sand for every one of these we do. And we could just throw iron ingots in there, but we can use iron blocks and it processes the same. So if I had 4 ingots, 4 blocks, it's going to use the same amount of these things. And it's going to take the same amount of time, but we're going to get like 9 times as much material out of it, which is good. Now we need something to power it. Charcoal. But a block of charcoal actually works better, works faster, lasts longer, but it lasts ridiculously long time. You don't really need that much. This is the iron furnace, by the way, which, well, yeah, we'll get into that later. That's part of IC2 though. The normal furnaces, I probably mentioned before, if you put 2 planks down here, you can cook up 3 items, whereas each piece of charcoal will cook 8 items. And so full stack is 64, so that's 8 pieces of charcoal you'd need to cook up a full stack. This thing, this iron furnace, will actually cook 10 items per piece of charcoal. So it's a little bit more bang for your buck using that, but you probably want to round it off to like 60 items. Throw it in there and it'll use up 6 pieces. If you use 64 in there, it'll do 4 pieces, but then you're wasting the extra 6 items you could smelt with that extra piece of charcoal you had. So I like to just use 60 items if I'm going to cook them up in that. So, put the block of charcoal. It's not going to start yet because we need a lever still. That's easy. Just like that. Click it, and you can see it starts up now. Now this is going to start heating up, and you're going to start to see a little bit of progress. The hotter it gets, the faster this goes, and it'll fill up over here when it melts an item. And assuming you have the right things, it'll convert into a new type of metal, in this case steel. So now we just need a way to get the materials out. Okay, come on. That's the easy way. There we go. And this stuff here is actually cobblestone, but it's a special sort of cobblestone. You guys remember this thing, right? Traveler's belt. There, I did used it, and you'll see I got a whole bunch of other stuff here on this tool bar. Common tools I like to use and carry around with me, but I don't use as often. I'll throw them over here. So, and a chisel is one of them. And the way the chisel works, if we just look at the recipe for it, it's really simple. You need to get your first piece of iron, but then you're set. This thing has infinite uses. It doesn't wear out or anything, but you right click with it, put something in there, like cobblestone in this case. Cobblestone is good material to start with because there's so much of it around, and you can turn it into any of these things. And this is what I'm using for the floor. That's this stuff here, and you can place it. You can put it back in, change it to something else. You can turn it back into cobblestone. I've been using this detailed brick for this up here, and this here is cobblestone with panel, which is this one. And you just turn back into cobblestone if you want. You can use other material. There's lots of different things you can do. You can put like glass in and get different types of glass. Marble. You find this marble here. A lot of this. Look at how much marble I got. Remember when I came down here? This place, you probably saw like marble when I first came into this cave. And I thought I'd like just dig it up because I didn't know how much there would be of it. And there's a lot. This is all just from kind of this one layer on my base that I got. So it's pretty crazy. But you can throw the marble in, and you come up with all these other interesting things. I've been using that for the top side. Go take a look. I don't know if I've seen this. The glass I'm going to do something different with. But this is all marble here. Let's get down for it. Get killed or anything. But so yeah, this is I'm using some of this. You can even change between marble from different things. This is the chisel version of marble. This is from Project Red Exploration. And Blue Power. Blue Power seems the one I was around here. I don't know if there's others spawn in the world or not, but yeah. So that's the chisel. This thing. We've already got some steel going on, so once it gets hot enough, and you can see we're not using up. I think we used up 2 gunpowder already. Yeah, just pour it out. You get a whole block of steel. So we're gonna have like 36 ingots from that, which will be enough to make plenty of machines for the time being. I hear a zombie. I think he might be up top or something. This is sky stone, which is what that meteorite we dug up was. We dug up some more. I think it looks kind of nice for the floor. Thought I'd go with a little bit darker for the magic area. I was looking at marble, but it just, I don't know. Didn't like it too much. So now our temperature's max. We still got this thing burning away. I mean, we could, I don't know how much we could do, but we could do a lot assuming we have enough of everything. We can do a lot with just that one block of charcoal. It's ridiculous. So, get one more block here. I'll get the rest of that steel later. Now that we have steel, we can move on to doing some technology with it. But I said I was going to work on thermal expansion. Pulverize is probably the first thing we're going to want to get. And go down all the way. So here's the steel, glass, then we need a tin gear, and we need tin plates. Tin plates we can use forge hammer. I actually have one. This is how you make it. Right there. Use it a few times. But the plates. Oh, there it was. Yeah, if we look at these plates, this is the way you're normally going to make it with the metal former. So I think, and this is part of IC2, so I think we should probably start with some of these machines first, so we don't go through as much iron. So I'll actually build a few machines. So the metal former will be one. Right there. And this is going to take a number of things. We're going to be doing a lot of this. What we're going to do, speed some of this up a little bit. I'm going to make something that'll help me craft the stuff a little faster. I'm going to need a little bit of wood. And it's probably more wood we needed. Alright. Crafting table, book, chest. Gives you a work table. Work table. This is right here for now. If we can sleep now. First thing on. Complicated this problem. And we can use either industrial craft rubber, or we can use mine factory reloaded rubber. It's up to you which one you want to use. This one's a little harder, I think, to use than the mine factory reloaded. I'll try going up. Show you what you're dealing with these. This is your mine factory reloaded rubber tree. And these you find all over the world. Just run around exploring. Run across them a lot. And just chop it down. You get wood and you can take drops of rubber. For each piece of wood that drops. So you have to keep chopping them down. You can plan on chopping them again. This is IC2 rubber tree. And it has these things, which will give you these sticky resin. You need a tree tap. Just easily built. Just 5 pieces of wood. And then you just right click. And if you look closely, you'll see like that little ring still in there. It's dark now. These will regrow over time, and you can do it again. But it takes a long time for these things to come back. It seems like. So, I got 2, I got 5, so I got 3 more now. With these, you can smelt them, get your rubber, but you probably want to use an extractor, get 3 at a time. So you can get more of them. Because like I said, these things are slow, unless you're going to build, like, grow a lot of these trees. And rubber bucks are a little bit slow. If you run around exploring, you can chop down the rubber trees as you go, and finish off a lot of wood. And rubber drops as well. Plus you get saplings, you can plant more later if you want. And should be good to go. I think I got some, yeah. This is how much I've already gotten. And these you just gotta smelt. So you run around and round off to an even 10 value. So let's use 5 pieces of charcoal. Let's give us enough rubber to get started with. Go here. So I'm probably not going to actually go with the sticky resin. I'll probably go with the rubber. So, an extractor, I don't think we're really going to need an extractor. You can get a little bit of rubber from the wood, but I'd rather turn the charcoal or something for personally. Acceleration, rubber. We're gonna need some copper. I need some iron as well. Next thing we're gonna want is copper wire. So we need some cutters. The metal former that we're going to make here, we'll do this as well. So we'll need them after this. 3 plates, 2 inks. The way you do that, make plates like that for now. And we got cutters. And we need to make a plate on that first. So it produces 2, but this machine will actually make 3 out of each ingot, so it'll be a little bit more efficient once we get there. And there we go. Get some more rubber. Oh, first recipe we'll program in here. This thing will remember how to make things. Oops. So you put the recipe in like that. Click on it. Get as many as you need. You can also shift click. Fill in the recipe. Redstone over here. Yeah, this thing's still going. Lasts forever. So it's a pretty efficient way of making steel. The other options you got are not as efficient, I don't think. But that's just my opinion. And you can throw all the stuff, materials you need down here, and I'll just pull it out of there when it's needed. Basic machine casing, 8 plates. IC2 stuff tends to use a lot of iron. Okay, what else do we need? This is just got a double pound, so we need 5 bronze. So, let's make some. So produce 4. So probably need 2 of those. 6 of those. That should make 8 bronze, I believe. We'll see if I'm right. So if we want to go back and make a previous recipe, we can just click up here and click here. So when we have the materials down here, it'll just produce it. And so we can hold up to 9 recipes here. You got more than 9? Yeah, just build another table. They're not that hard to make, so... Oh, 16. What we needed. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. 2 chests. Toolboxes I don't think are used for anything else except... yeah, this is the only recipe that uses it. So, we'll use up a slot for something we're not going to use very often. The main reason you want to use the project table is if you're going to use a recipe a lot, really often, then it can help a lot. And then coils, 8. We need 3 of these, so it's 24. And we're going to cook them already. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18. That should be enough. Some of it. Yeah. Not gonna get any more than that. So, this blood can be used in a lot of recipes that require like slime balls. So, kind of handy if you can get creatures in there that will die, including skeletons, apparently. Skeletons don't have any blood, but whatever, it's a game. Okay. This, and didn't work. Let's get metal farmer. Alright, that's going in this room, and I think for now I'll set it along here. The problem with these IC2 machines is they're really a pain in the ass to move. Once you place them, you're going to need if you want to safely move them, you need the electric wrench. So here's the normal wrench, but it has a chance of destroying the machine. If you build this, you can, it takes a wrench, so you need 6 brawn and a whole bunch of crazy stuff here. So you want to get your machines running enough that you can like produce something like this probably and charge it up, and then you can switch it to lossless mode, which will guarantee that it will not destroy the machine. So yeah, definitely want to make one of these once you want to rearrange stuff. Otherwise you're going to be in trouble. So, we got our machine. Now we need power. And the best way to do that, probably just going to start with just a simple generator. Right there. And we could use our iron furnace for that. And we're going to need a battery. So we got more of this stuff. Tin, we're going to need two tin, 3 tin, 10 left. We're going to get 2 tin. I think we gotta go going up again. In the meantime, there's that. Batteries are something they use a lot. So tin cables, well, might need that. Typically what you're going to do, you use your metal former. This one produces 3. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Must turn them all on. Okay, I got one of that. And I think it was just redstone. Yeah. Battery. Oh, that's not the one I want. Here it is. Okay, 3 more plates. 1, 2, 3. And let's take this one. Now this one you can break, even though it's an IC2 machine. It's not technically a machine, it's just a furnace. So it's safe to break that with just even a pickaxe. And I don't think we're going to need a lot of generators, so we won't use up a recipe for it. Generator. What we will need though is some copper probably to route the power with. And I guess for now, power it behind like this. Okay. So the pulverizer is going to need machine block, machine frame, tin gear, tin plates. So we need 4 tin. Yeah, I'm gonna give them some more tin. They're hiding there. And probably throw a piece of charcoal in here to get some power going in this thing though. once it fills up, it'll buffer up into here. So you don't want to throw too much in there because it's not a very big buffer. So just throw enough charcoal in to get the job done really. That's what I do. As you can see, one piece of charcoal just filled that up. I think yeah, might be just enough to fill up the buffer. Alright, so let's go ahead and run this thing. And it takes a little time, but it'll turn this into plates. Depending on what operation you use here, you could turn this into the copper wire, for example, or a tin wire. If we go to this mode, or this mode rather, extruding, and they all got different recipes here. So they show you that's the cutting mode, rolling mode, extruding. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This project table is basically IC2 stuff. Why don't we start a new table? And this one will be for thermal expansion machines and whatnot. One around here? I don't know. I guess. For that we're going to need the steel. Actually, I can just do this. Okay. Yeah, jumping the gun here. What we need some sticks. Start with your wooden gear. Make a stone gear. And then you can surround it and get your tin gear. Now there's two types of tin gear. There's the forestry one, which is the one I'm using here. And I think the other one is the thermal expansion one. And that takes iron in the middle. But wood and stone is a lot cheaper. I got plenty of that around, so it's a little bit more involved to make it, but not too bad. So I'll go with that. And then it sucks all kinds of weird glass and stuff, so look nice. Do I have any glass? Maybe I don't have any glass. That's pretty weird that I'd have used it all up. Don't seem to have any around though. Oh, I have to cook up a little bit of gas. 2.16. And it's a normal furnace, so you want to use multiples of 8. Can't do that anymore. So we'll kind of let that go. Something else I want to point out. A lot of these, like this book here, if you're not sure about what books there are available out there, grab one of these and hit U to see the uses of it. And it's just a good idea with new mod packs to go through and look if there's any new books that explain the various mods. Like here, botany. It's around with any kind of flowers, it looks like. Get one of those. Might try this out, see what that's like. So here's a couple more manuals. Yeah, we should make one of those probably too. Yeah. So you can even craft one of these. I don't know why they give you one. Catalog. So this one, I think we would make one of those. Almost. Take one of those. Got lots of those. So this is another mod we're going to want to get into a little bit. But not this episode. We'll get into it later. Okay. And there's a machine frame. And the rest of this is going to be pretty easy then. Pulverizer. Sort of easy. All these things though. More copper. I won't worry about it too much right now. I'll go ahead and make that off camera. I've done the hard part, which is the machine frame here. After that, I mean, it's not so bad. Look at the recipe. And these are just advanced versions of it. Just basic. Well, they all say basic. But if you want to upgrade it to the next tier, you notice you had, where is it? Yeah, these 4 tiers of machine frame. Resonant being the highest, basic the lowest, hardened, and then there's reinforced. And for this, for example, this would produce the resonant version because you got a enduring gear. This is the basic. This is the reinforced, I think. And this is the hardened. Come on. And this lock, this is for multiplier, I think, to lock it. But this is the basic one. This is the one you always want to start with. And yeah, see, it's not too hard. This is gold, redstone. These we've seen already. We just need to make plates. So I'll get a few basic machines going for thermal expansion. I'll set them up in here. Question is, should I go along this wall maybe, or this wall, and move this out of the way? Oh, I think this is done. Yeah, it's finally done. Good. So I'll probably go along this wall. Maybe. I think thermal expansion might be the most common one to use, so maybe going this wall would be better. Both thermal expansion and Ender IO are going to use RF. And pretty much everything uses RF except for industrial craft, so it's got its own power system that you gotta use. But the rest we can all share, so I might have the power come in this corner and branch out along the two walls and power everything that needs it. Okay, so that takes care of that. Next on the agenda we have, I don't know. What's next? I've upgraded some of these tier 2 items. This is a tool forge. This is the upgraded version of the tool station, which lets you make things like this. These are you saw me use the here, stone lumber axe, and this one I just made with like stone and wood, which is not very effective necessarily, but it's easy to repair. That's why I made it out of stone like this. Until we get to the nether, get some better materials, I don't really want to waste the materials on something that, you know, I'm just going to upgrade later. So stone works good for right now. And what this axe will do is chop down the whole tree. At once you just hit the bottom of it, and for most trees it'll just drop the whole tree. So really nice, easy way to, especially those big trees, you can just knock them down really easily. This is a stone hammer. We'll go down, I'll show you how this works, and basically how I go about doing mining. Should go to the very bottom. Yeah, let's go here. So I've already done a little bit here. Inventory's full, so I had to drop some of that stuff. I found some diamonds already here. To light it up, you just go from the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, put a torch there, and then it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out from there. So every time I expand this, I go like 7, so this is cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since this is only a stone hammer, it's not gonna break like redstone or gold or anything like that. So I can switch to my other pickaxe to grab that stuff. And this does a 3x3, as you can see. And so we've already done 6 here, so this makes 7 now. So. So it's a nice quick way to mine out. If you hit F7, then this shows you where mobs can spawn. But it'll be just this last X here along the line. That's where you put the torch. So if you want to use that method, works pretty good too. This is not going to be able to break. Unnamed, that's interesting. I guess if you click on it once and it glows and it becomes unnamed. Interesting. Tesla tight from Blue Power. Not really sure what that's for yet. I don't know if I'm going to get into Blue Power. I suppose if I have a need for it for some reason, I will, but lead. And we'll get faster tools in this at some point. So, but it's kind of nice just to come down here and mine for a while. A little bit relaxing. And our inventory's full. So, I'll clean my inventory, grab the stuff, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. One of the things I wanted to touch on, and that kind of showed what we needed, is backpacks. There's forestry backpacks, and these will take certain items, and instead of going into your inventory, so if you take like digger's backpack, make one of these. It's not too hard to make. Any items you collect, any like cobblestone, dirt, whatever, will just go straight into the backpack, so it doesn't clutter up your inventory here. And then once that's full, then you'll get it in your inventory. So you can actually carry a lot more. And this woven one, 45 slots, but yeah, you gotta get into all the stuff, which is not quite so easy. But for the basic one, pretty easy. There's a miner's one, which you get various ores and whatnot. And they're all the same recipe except these two things. Like for iron, for this one it was stone. APRs is a little bit different. Hunters is mostly mob drops and whatnot. The forester's one for wood, any kind of wood that you chop down. So those can be handy for gathering resources. The other thing we have okay, well we had, there we go, big backpack. Why is that showing up in any item? I'm not sure. But yeah, you can make a regular backpack or one of these. These are a little bit tougher to make. You need lots of string. This is why I wanted to get the string earlier. And 2 leather. And we actually have some leather here. String I got here. So let's go ahead and make one of these so you can see how this works. This one won't throw stuff into it automatically, but it's like a portable chest that you can carry around. 8. Up, and then I'll show you how that works. And so I think we're about wrapped up for this episode. Not too much more I want to talk about. That hat. That's just annoying. Back in here too. Still gotta do that pen, I suppose. This is where I was thinking about putting the nether portal. These things returned, yep. Two more. I don't know why I'm bothering with that. But, so, the reason I wanted to do it here, this doesn't seem like the safest place, but I think it'll be fairly secure. But I kind of want to have it outdoors so we can get into this Britannia stuff, because there's some, it's all about flowers basically, and there's certain flowers that'll repel mobs and hurt mobs and so forth. That might be kind of interesting around here, in case one of those stuff from the nether comes through or whatever. Might help to deal with them. So, probably light that up at some point, go in. Not this episode. Maybe next episode, but maybe not. Yeah, you can see I whittled away at this a little bit. Still a lot to do on that. I don't know if I'm gonna mine it all up. I might. Yeah, I might. And this stuff's okay. We have plenty of string right now, so I'm not gonna worry about it. And this is the Japanese maple doors. I use the Japanese wood for those. Kind of interesting. No, I don't know. We don't have enough glass to finish the... I could, I don't really want to use all up all the sand. Plus, I think I'm going to use a different kind of glass than that, and we can't really produce it yet. So, I think I'll just wait till I have what I need for that. Let's see if it works. Ta-da! Big backpack. And this thing, yeah. Lots of room in here. So if you need to, you can, that should actually probably go on this. Throw that in there. That I'm going to throw back in the chest. So yeah, you can make more than one of those if you need. You can actually carry all the stuff around. So if you go hunting for like villages or something, well, but then, yeah, if you go like the villages and collect a lot of stuff and collect a lot of flowers and cut down a lot of trees and stuff, then this can really help you out and bring a lot of stuff back, because this little inventory fills up pretty fast. But this one, that's like twice as much as your little inventory, so if you have more than one bag, then lots of room. So, yeah, next episode I'll work on having some, a little bit more done in here. And next episode I think we might get into some magic. Probably Thaumcraft. I'd like to get started on that a little bit. Because every time I kill these monsters, there's little Sencha orbs pop out, and I can't really collect it because I don't have a wand yet. So I'll show you guys how to do that. A lot of you guys probably already familiar with Thaumcraft, but if you're not, then I'll teach you a little bit about it, on how to get started at least. A lot of it I probably won't do on camera. A lot of research and stuff, but it's more fun if you go through it yourself and learn the ins and outs and the joy of discovery and all that. So I'll leave that to you guys to do as well. Not spoil it all for you. So, and we still need pants and a head, so I'll probably do that next episode too. And yeah, maybe get into some of this Britannia a little bit too. So that's what we'll do next time, and thank you for joining me, and have a great day.